Let's see where the A424 is today. During these 3 days of testing in Spain, engineers and drivers will have numerous conversations about implementing different strategies. Do you want to find out exactly what an engineer says to a driver whilst he's handling a 675 horsepower V6 hybrid engine? Well, let's find out. During the stint, the engineer will give the driver several instructions. Let's take, for example, energy consumption. He can see how much the car is using in real time. So if it's using too much, he can ask him to energy save by using a technique called lift and coast, which means he can coast the car into the braking zone, which means it uses less fuel. Remember, you only get 90 litres per stint, so if you use less fuel, it means you have a longer stint. The engineer is literally the driver's guide. It's the engineer who decides on the strategy, so that could mean a specific mode selection on the steering wheel or even a driving style, which is to preserve the tyres and brakes. The steering wheel is actually one of the most important parts of communication between the two. This is because it's how the driver implements the instructions from the engineer. Throughout the race, they'll discuss the driver's position relative to his competitors and also safety instructions. They'll also talk about the run plan for the upcoming stint, which is actually the next 36 laps. So you're probably wondering, Becky, what is a run plan? Well, it's all about endurance and what times the driver must set in the upcoming laps. It's an on-site strategy dependent on the weather forecast and who's driving at the time. In the end, it's a single engineer that will give instructions every 2 to 3 laps. When testing new strategies, the communications can be every lap about race pace, energy saving, and also driver feedback. The exchanges are direct though. There's no chit-chat here, it's all business.